So, hi everyone. We are going to talk about issue of youth unemployment. We are like ASB team 2. We have Sierra, James, and Momoka. So first, I'm going to talk about what is the issue. So it is an issue that the young people, especially age of 15 to 24, cannot find their jobs and not getting education either. The working people are working to get money at least 1 hour a week, and others are considered as not working. And the word NEET, NEET, is what they're called, is standard of no employment education or training. Because of the dispensability of youth and female workers for the market, they're more likely to lose their job than men and adult laborers. The rate of losing job is 3 times higher. And furthermore, it is soaring due to the COVID-19 virus pandemic. There are two main reasons. And one is less customer and less income for the hiring side. Then they stop hiring new people and keep only people in important roles. Then the second one is that the stay home slogan put marketplace into online because young people does not have technology skill. They're like more likely to be unemployed.
So how serious is it? Before the COVID-19 pandemic, 1 in 5 youths were NEET, while 2 out of 3 of them were women. According to Statista, a group specializing in statistical analysis on economic trends, the highest youth unemployment rate of the G20 countries is South Africa, with a whopping 55.74%, followed by Italy with a 29.75%. In Northern Africa and the Arab states, the female youth unemployment rate is almost double that of young women, reaching as high as 44.3% and 44.1% respectively. The COVID-19 pandemic has not only stopped progression towards female employment progression, but has set it back. Thailand's youth unemployment rate was at an all-time high since 2014, rising up to 9.8% in July of 2020. It has since dropped down to 8%. To put that into perspective, in January of 2020, it was at 5.4%.
So what causes the issue? So lack of education or lack of quality of education, they are not skilled enough to work compared to adults. And poverty is more likely like indirect cause, like it makes uneducated children, and inequalities that can be between like young people and adults, and also be like male and female. And dispensability of young workers for markets. Because of yours are like less beneficial than the adult workers, they are tend to be like unemployed easily. Lack of social protection, such as lacking financial support for like poor families or like lacking support for children's education. Then lack of strength, it can be like considered as like socially, physically, and mentally. The last one is financial condition. It is a course because like companies cut costs by unemployment. An example is now occurring the COVID pandemic.
So the main systems and structures that we identified to lead to these issues, the biggest one was education and specifically skills mismatch. And this is visible in 2 ways. First of all, when companies want skills that young people haven't been taught in school. And the second way is when young people with advanced degrees end up overqualified for their jobs. This comes from a focus on traditional academics and getting good grades or passing exams, rather than developing skills that will be useful in the workplace, such as vocational, entrepreneurial, and employability training. Another structure that we want to mention was the lack of respect associated with the informal jobs that the youth tend to rely on. So what can we do to have an impact over a 1-year period? Well, we identified education as one of the largest tools. We felt that within the short time period, it would not be very effective. So we would like to propose creating a website or online platform where young people could register to provide virtual services, such as tutoring, translation, and research, and other things that could be done online. It would create a database where people offering services could be matched to people looking for those services. It could offer both synchronous and asynchronous services. One of the biggest benefits of this is that it doesn't require job experience, as people could register for skills they're already proficient in, and this would break the cycle that youth are very frequently stuck in of not being able to get jobs because they lack experience, but not being able to get experience because they can't get jobs. It would have flexible hours, and the website could be made available in many languages, which would increase its reach to have a very large audience. It would only require a smartphone, which would help to reduce some of the inequalities and give access to people with limited technology. It is inherently socially distanced, so it could be implemented during COVID-19 and follow all the regulations. And it would have a very large exposure as it follows the policy of pulling individuals together with separate needs and then using marketing and advocacy to build a single platform that would benefit everyone and reach a large audience. The implementation timeline that we came up with, the first step is building the website, and this includes advertising for designers, creating a small scale version and evaluating it, doing tests, and then improving on it. And another benefit of this website is that it also creates jobs for people to maintain the website and build the website. And then the second step would be spreading awareness, and this would begin immediately, and it would kind of be never ending, but like the very intense phase would be 6 weeks. And this would include social media campaigns, contacting businesses, nonprofit organizations who often work with people living in poverty and who would really need the jobs, and posters, flyers, and brochures. The final step would be actually publishing the website, and of course we would continue advertising and evaluating the website to make improvements. We feel like this model could be successful because we've seen other versions of it that have done very similar things, such as Stay Raja and Pot, which is a website to market homestays. And it follows the similar idea of taking individuals that don't have the expertise they need to reach their customers, but do have expertise in certain skills, and then creating a platform that can fill in the missing gaps.
So in conclusion, the youth unemployment is the issue that people between age of 15 to 24 cannot find their jobs and not being educated or trained. And it is caused by social programs such as lack of education, poverty, inequalities, global issues such as coronavirus, and others. To directly impact this issue, jobs need to be created. The solutions must target the skill set of young people or produce very immediate change. And creating a website would address all of these factors.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.